Alright, let's see what she needs to say. Drop the pompous air. Commander! I'm happy with the troop review and I expect they will be sufficient for the task. I have chosen a target for your campaign. The target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the Worldwound. The Sword of Valor was stored there. It is a banner that was once held by Iomade herself, our greatest relic. It was lost when the city fell. I should make this clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon used against demons. Huh. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is still kept there within the citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Dendawar, and a cleric, Sosul Venek. One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also waits to talk to you. The Honorable WotR, whom everyone calls Hawkblade. I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Highness. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience. Hi. Okay. Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly, dangerous, glorious feats. We're going to show those demons. I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it. I'm so glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further. You have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, her trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Erebeth, you can go too. And then we meet at the Defender's Heart. I've never imagined you make it the commander of the new crusade. Some questions. You know, the soul of the angels of heaven are combined in the Wardstone. I received an unusual gift from the caves. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel. Let's go top to bottom. Some actions may be deemed bold or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I'm not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I'm willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalize what had happened already in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke to the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstone from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders. Some questions. Of course, I shall answer. How did the demons manage to take it? It's a good question. The walls are built by a dwarven craftsman, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the city. Alas, the raging hordes failed. A single lying tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demon Miniga, okay, that's the girl, convinced a young and ambitious crusader that the banner belonged to the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss. Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of him, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much for the demons we were fighting. Commuted Shanta's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just him, but for the army and the country. We're not Hellknights. Well, I will be soon. We do not maintain discipline with public executions. Should have stayed the hand of justice. If he died, he would have been betrayed to you a long time ago. Justice is nowhere to be found that day. The army had become a mob, and the tribunal was a prelude to what that mob craved: bloody carnage. I am the queen and the leader of the Crusades. Justice served on my behalf cannot look like that. What forces are at my disposal? Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among us, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Erebeth's resourcefulness. Also march with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units are called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Capital. Okay. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are enough for a march on Dresden, but for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, this is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, the new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead. Yes, I hope so. Been decades. You have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in the city. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished in the streets of the city. We must attack swiftly before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demon cannot teleport in an area protected by the banner of the goddess. Your long-term goals. Now you are talking like a real knight commander. However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the abyss across the territory we call Whirlwind. The best specialists we could have tried to close them on separate occasions with no success, as you may have guessed. Whirlwind is more than just a chain of portals to the abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The method of rift closure known as magical science simply does not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin the source of the problem, the place where the whirlwind was opened. So we're gonna eventually go through it to fight them. Okay. The main rift lies to the city of Iz and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the mages to explore the origins of the Whirlwind. So the next step, after you succeed in Dresden, is an offensive push deeper into the Whirlwind, and the aim reaching the threshold, a very threshold to the abyss. Wonderful. Did you know that soul of the angels of the heaven were confined in the Wardstone? I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomedes' herald erected the first Wardstone in the city, and then the other cities across Mendiv. Even back then I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomedes easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question for her works. In any case, I'm glad you now allow the demons to commit sacrilege and gain control of the Wardstone. Might have lost one of the Wardstones, but the chain is still standing. I received an unusual gift. Valerial, I knew him. He disappeared shortly after the Whirlwind grew and the Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns in investigating the fate of a single angel, even one so righteous and beloved as Valerial. And afterwards, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go to the special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed our victory and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times can come again? Sorry. My immediate plans are to overlook a spot of insubordination. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses in all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Oh, we definitely go in Aeon. Does the Church of Aeon really spend so much effort prolonging your life? It's been a long time since anyone tried to talk to me quite like that, like an interrogator at a trial. I was just wondering the same thing, because she looks human, right? It's like straight up human. I could understand if maybe she was elven or something, because she's like talking like 70 years ago if she was a child, but she definitely doesn't look that old. So maybe she is human, and we're asking about how they're keeping her young. I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to rid of me and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen and a queen of warriors, yet my fingers have wrought what I look like. Fine, I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become a knight of a minor order and join the troops incognito. Should be a companion? Till we approach Dresden, no one should know who I am among. Sorry, I don't know. Actually, let me turn it down. And there we go. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road. Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions? Goodness. Splendid. Oh, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instructions. I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged here, Your Highness. In truth, I was readying myself to depart. No matter, I trust you'll forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn that what prompted it. As you are aware, Willow has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering who to appoint the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché. An advisor, Lendipatari without portfolio. Okay. Congratulations, Count Dayron. It is a great honor, I suppose. Great idea. I knew you would approve. I had my doubts about whether you are ready for such a responsibility, Count. But your conduct in the city has put my mind at ease, so you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill your order and make a good show for yourself, especially since word of your appointment, Count will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendez's nobility will be following your success and service to the nation, following your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom has already begun composing a ballad to your honor. Hilarious truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me. Then let's get going. May Iomade help us. I returned for a long time. Talk to Sosol. think we can rest now. Talk to Inquisitor as soon as possible. Let's go sell our stuff first. Oh, what's over here? We got some more stuff that we need to sell you. And this, and this, and this, and this. And keep our weight control. Right. And there you are. Talk to him immediately. Commander! Let me personally congratulate you on your new title and thank you for your time in advance. I am Hawkblade, an Inquisitor of the Church of Iomade, the bringer of light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, young Dayron. We got a knowledge world check. Are you one of Prelate Holorun's followers? Yes, of course. You're aware that was I who killed him? No, I wasn't aware. Why are you revealing this to an Inquisitor, and so calmly? That's a surprisingly bold move. How did it happen? I wanted to protect the priest of Desna. He was deemed a traitor and threatened execution. Thought the world would be a better place without him. That's not why I did it. I guess it would be more this. But I didn't want to. We'll say that we didn't want to kill the guy. I hope to confirm your testimony when I finish investigating the Count's case. Knowing the revered Hellerun and his attitude towards the Desna is not all too well. I also know that it is true. This news is hard to accept. Why did I leave the city right when everyone needed me the most? Perhaps I could have protected the people and prevented my brethren from making fatal mistakes which led us to an ignominious end. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the church in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details, perhaps I will explain I'm calling upon you. Suppose that you have already heard the Count's story. I refer to the tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. Tell me what happened. About 10 years ago, several powerful demons managed to penetrate Mordstone Barrier and commit mass murder of all the guests who attended the feast and celebration for young Dayron's birthday. The unknown magical disease that wiped the whole estate in less than a day. That was not a unique case in itself. The demons had attempted such raids in the lands before, and they had never dared target such a well-protected place. The Ronde family was exceptionally rich. The estate was protected by elite bodyguards. There were several strong and righteous paladins among the quests. Moreover, the revered Esther Dayron's tutor was one of the most powerful priests on Iomade and in the vicinity. My goodness, I have to go get something more to drink or something. All of them died nonetheless, except for the young Count, who had suddenly manifested his outstanding sacred healing power. Was that a divine miracle or a curse, or might be seen? You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened to the estate and how it happened, you see, Commander. I was young. I was sent to examine the estate after the incidents. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev. Mendev the World Moon, apologies for the digression. Everything about the incident seemed odd. I was the only person left alive as a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic. Why didn't nobody send to the city for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? Found the demons dead with their heads cut off. What we got to in the estate, how were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demon had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses. Why was this never been repeated? You're the only person who can help me here, Commander. Because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed with potent magic throughout all of these years, and only the Count has the power to break that seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside. In any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family seat, but if you, as the commander, especially wish to visit the estate, he will be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as your attendant. There are hundreds of ways, 1,000 paths, and a myriad loopholes in human lives that will the forces of evil can use to their advantage. I'm not sure which one of those led to the demon's gates of the Heaven's Edge, but I knew it wasn't simple raid. The kind face of by Crusaders face every day. That incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that was why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure that such a tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. I've already been to the estate. Why can't you search the estate yourself? I was young and inexperienced. I didn't know what I was doing, basically. My arsenal includes many spells and techniques dedicated to gathering information about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in a place. And he said he can't go there, okay. Say exam is sealed by magic. I did. The Count insisted he couldn't remember anything about the incident due to the severe shock. He saw the demons at the very beginning when they appeared at the celebration to announce the onset of the plague and mock their victims. He also witnessed the death of his mother. That was all he could tell me. He had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, like a drunk about half the family wine cellar, all by himself. There's no reason to disbelieve that matter. So you think he's hiding something? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions that it doesn't affect the investigation. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. I can only tell you that the Count wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malaise in our country at the time. Prelate Halloran himself examined the boy right after the tragedy, and he didn't sense anything airy about him. Fine, I'll help you. What do you want me to do? Now I ask that you speak to the Count and tell him that you wish to see the Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You'll have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. Okay, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'd like to discuss. I have to go. Okay. Where is was it? I gotta talk to the storyteller too. I think I gotta talk to her. Winner, allow me to say something before you. This wasn't a war, it was an agony. Okay. Felt the same thing, but somehow I got through the stubbornness and vague hope that nobody found his body. Miracle was me. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope. You turned a defeat into a victory. No, it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like me, or just like that. He believes in your powers too, but for me, you're just more proof of what I felt that every day when I saw her alive. You're the one who finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, delivers from victory as we separately need you, or desperately need you. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what others could not. Scarab held the solemn whole hour. My family's sword. My father once fought with it. And I took it and left it. Oh my gosh. And I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Neva needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think it would have been understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help your family. I hope to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared into the pawn shop altogether. I had no idea who took it. I can see you truly loved her. It's foolish to part with a weapon in the middle of a war. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least all I have is back. Thank you. Females had her head counterintelligent watching me. I wonder why. I think the queen doesn't trust you. You think the queen doesn't trust you? If that were true, she wouldn't put you in charge of the army. My task is to be your advisor until you gain enough experience as a commander. As for counterintelligence, Anivia and I, our task was keeping an eye on your inner circle, but you're not under suspicion. It's hard to believe that your origin is so humble. Thank you, Commander. It's an honor to hear that, especially from you. Every noble family begins somewhere. You must have heard the recent story of the stolen lands of the River's Kingdom. Just imagine coming from nowhere and making it all the way to the Royal Crown in just a few years. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow. But then I pushed away such unworthy, selfish thoughts, of course. We don't fight for rewards. The fate of the world is at stake. Alright, I have to go. Oh, is there someone else I need to visit? The man at Hamps. City. It says miles and miles away. No, that's just to make it a Dresden. Okay, did that. Something important. Oh yeah, this is the one we gotta do. Where's he at? If I can hit the right button. There he is. Hey. Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's a pity I wasn't there at the Great Garrison to witness your feat of strength in my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen for miles and miles away. Some people are frightened of it, thinking that the demons will blow up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope. Who are you? My name is Sussel. I'm a cleric. The eternal rose and the goddess of beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy, the Abyss, and its demons are very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a discipline of kindness and beauty might come to hand. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you and all those standing in the circle of the struggle to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance of peace and happiness in the world. What are you painting? More up on canvas. 5 people dressed in robes, running in the temple. Man and women, young and old. And they all gives back you. Okay. Our brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then cleric shakes his head in sorrow. They saved my life, Commander. If the Prioris hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Gelfrey on my way to somewhere and hurriedly returned to the city, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live in the memory, wise, beautiful, and loyal, both of their goddess and their city. Sorry for your losses. They fulfilled their duties honorably. They did more than their duty. They gave everything they had to save others. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind. This guy. Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer. I put all my heart into my pieces, but I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could have painted idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety. You want to discuss something with me? Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave the city behind, I would like to visit the cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to friends from the temple who died defending the city. Also, it's not too much trouble. I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family might be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I knew that you are burdened with many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful. It was nice meeting you. I have to go. We don't say yes, no, or anything. The invisible thing has been revealed. You must be rather busy indeed leading the crusade. Okay, so that's everything we need here. Think, give me a damn drink, good lord. There's 10 where to go. Missed the box, man. Yeah, can't miss the loot. Oh, yeah, nothing heavy. So we'll go in here, level up. And do our save. Need a level. And we should finally be able to become Hellknights. And we get to smite chaos, which I really wish we would have had more charisma, but and continue with the persuasion. And then we only get one more. What should we do? Arcana, World. Let's do World because we have Dayron who can do Arcana for us. And he's probably better at it anyway. Don't show me that. Alright, let's get. Oh, he's a. Okay. Just a regular old cleric. A regular old cleric. Okay. Oh, we can't see any of that. Okay. Got some strength. Sound like he wouldn't have had any strength the way that he was talking. More like charisma and wisdom for sure. And maybe con. Cat. I'm gonna just do these. Well, I'll just do our main people right now. You. We'll stick with our fighter. Or should I keep going with this? Key pool. Fast movement. Point blank master. We get it for free. I don't we already have 3? 1, 2. Oh yeah, we already have that. So we're just gonna get key power here. What deals unarmored damage with the arrows from his bows? For example, mediums and archer short bow normally deals 1d6. I think really we're fine with just 3. Yeah, that's what bothers me here. So I have to go out and then see the class here. What are we gonna get at 3? We're gonna get armor training. What I don't know why I exited there, but what else? Your class are ranger. I mean, we could do that. Is a +2 bonus to weapon and damage. You can much choose his favorite enemy. And that would probably be good. Demon Slate is probably the way to go for that. Anything else in here? War Priest. Is there anything? Nah. Slayer. Do you have anything that's like ranged? Are you ranged? Study target. Damage rolls against it. DC of Slayer's ability. If a Slayer deals sneak attack damage to a target, he studies the target. Oh, okay. Teamwork. Deity selection. I'd probably still go Ranger there. What else we got? Rogues, of course. Ranger, Oracle, Magus. This is Hunter. What do you guys? Oh yeah, because they're all like pets and stuff. We don't want a pet because we're not gonna keep leveling that class. Druids, clerics, falling behind in our bless one ally on close range. No. Nah. Channels. Nope. Cavalier, no. Blood Rager, no. Bard. Log. Bardic Knowledge. We can make all these with being untrained. Peach Chain or Dirge. Flying Dancer, Thundercaller, Tranquil Whisper. Nope. There's a sectioner, sneak attack, and mutagen. Guess we'll just keep going here. So this Demon Slayer though is pretty tempting, I think. I mean, we should be fighting a lot of these outsiders, right? Yeah. Might eventually go one in there sometime. We're just gonna keep going to fighter here. Perception and keep our athletics. Stay wrong. I think we're just gonna keep you going in Oracle, huh? Yeah, I think we'll just keep going. Revelations. And then I don't think you we don't need this. I thought you would be better at the Arcana. We're actually better. Can you go more than 6? No. Yeah, we want to keep this as high as possible. Should probably get us some delayed poison, huh? Get us some delayed poison. Anything else it looks like we want on here? Prayer. Yeah, that's good. Magical vestments. Resist energy. Yeah, we definitely want that to play poison though. And for you, I guess we'll just keep going Witch. The Dragon Disciple. Nah, I don't think so. Armor. And they would just keep going Witch, I guess. Oh, here are the Arcana. Use Magic Device. Or Nature. Those are lower nature, huh? What hex? What do we have so far? We've got Slumber. All the energy. Yeah, healing. So we could put this. As many times as we want. Best protected from negative conditions. Tempo radius. Evil Eye. -2 to one of those. As per number of rounds equal to 3 plus the intelligence modifier. It will save reduces this to just 1 round. Just do Evil Eye. Now what does she get here? Thinking Cloud. Heroism. I'm not a big fan of all the I mean, heroism's good. We don't really need her to cure serious wounds, but we will get it probably. Range touch attack, that's not going to be good for her. Melee touch attack. Range touch attack. Rage. Spellcurse, touch all animals have an initiative attitude of hostile towards the target. The target has an animal companion, does not become hostile. Okay. Lightning bolt. Yeah, we should just take Stinking Cloud, I think. Hopefully not everything's immune to poison. Alright. And Silo. We're just going to keep you Paladin, keep your companion going up. You're going to do Persuasion. Oh, you do Nature. And Trickery. And what do we want your lay on hands to take away? Diseased. Let's do disease. And our last but not least, Seal Fist. We got Thug 4. Should probably went Thug 3, huh? Well, we did get Uncanny Dodge, which is good. And it's gonna go regular Paladin for, of course, to get some Divine Grace. Boost those saving throws. I think we just go regular, right? We don't really need to have any. Must pertain or pledges for protection to a willing creature. No. Fine Hunter. Oh, that's the. No. What the hell is no? Yeah, just a regular old Paladin. And you have to be our stealth person. And trickery person. We only get 2 points with Paladin. This, I don't think it's gonna matter. Right? I don't think so. Scimitar. We can't see what it gives us, but I don't think it'll matter. I don't even know if this gives us like ability to use it, which I don't think we would anyway. I'll just stick with this. I don't think it matters. And then the others I'll just, oh, forget about him. because she leveled up, and he does perception and our mobility. Ocean. All even camp companions get a +4 morale bonus on will saves. Nice. So how come we don't have it? Oh, it gets enchantment. Okay, that's why, because it's only situational. It's not all the time. Right, so then those three, I'll just do a little bit. I think we give me a drink.